Any questions about management of breast cancer? Breast problems? Any comments?
Dana.
Okay na. Any comment on okay, number one, the teleconsult approach. Any comment?
Parang it's a bit tricky, sir, for breast specifically. Hindi po ba?
Again,
Because you
again.
really have, parang it's a bit tricky po for breast specifically since you need to really palpate to be able to elicit a lot of the things that you're looking for in a
That's
breast
true.
exam.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Opo.
hard, no? It's a little hard because you cannot palpate, no? Okay. You cannot really palpate it yourself, no? Okay. But if you're, that's why when during the pandemic, no? Okay, I cannot do the palpation, no? But I ask the relatives to help me, no? Okay. Okay. And then I just try to come out with the pinaka-probable diagnosis, no? Okay. Then kung minsan obvious na, no, yung mga fungating mass, you practically you don't need to do palpation anymore. Just by looking, alam mo na, no? Okay. But for those which are not clinically, which is not visible, no, and not large enough to be palpated even by the relatives, no, then it will be hard, no. And then in which case, during the time of pandemic, yung ultrasound kasi is readily available. Maraming nagpapa-ultrasound. So yung pa-ultrasound mo na lang, no? And then just uh, just look at the ultrasound results to come out with a decision as to the diagnosis. Okay, so this is during the time of pandemic, no? Okay. Nowadays, pwede pa naman mag-clinical telemedical, but with the same problem, hard to palpate, impossible to palpate. You ask the help of the assistant, no? Okay. Okay. But kung pwedeng face-to-face, mas maganda. Okay. Okay. Because parang last night, I have a patient from Dubai, okay, telemedical. Siyempre, I cannot palpate, di ba? Okay. So, but I try to analyze all the data that she gave me, okay? Then the ultrasound, and then the mammo, then I come out with a clinical diagnosis. No? Okay. So best effort, but the most ideal for the breast is to palpate, na to have a palpation. So that means face to face. Na? Okay. Okay. So I'm just teaching you yung mga sharing with you, no, things that you can do during the telemedical consultation, no, with limitations, of course. No? Okay. How about the anything else about the telemedical? Okay. Use the coins. Ayun ang natuto ko noon. Coins. Wala silang ano. ah. Then ask the patient to outline it, no, the mass. And then, and the advantage also of telemedical, you're able to teach them how to do breast self-exam, no? Okay. By the patient and also by the relatives. Because the relatives are assisting you, no? Okay. Okay. So any question aside from the telemedical now? So is it an efficient way of what we're doing, the patient management process that I'm sharing with you?
Yes, po ba?
Go direct to the point, no? Parang ano lang, focus ka lang to the diagnosis, no? Okay. So, papasok na yung mga review of system if the patient is about to be operated on, no? Then we will ask, do you have history of comorbidities? Of course, we don't use the word comorbidities. We ask them, do you have hypertension? Do you have other diseases? No? You have diabetes. Are you being treated? Ganon. Okay? So, yun ang papasok doon, no? Kaya yung papasok sila as indicated. Now, indicated because the patients will be undergoing operation, you have to screen, no? Okay, by interviewing, no? Through the review of system, no? Okay. Ano pa? So you don't have to examine the entire body in terms of PE. So the focus breast examination will be for those with no clinically evident breast cancer. The minimum will be the breast, two breasts, okay, and the axilla, okay, and then plus squeezing the nipple for discharge. No, okay. Now for those with breast cancer, you examine the supraclab to check for any lymph nodes there. You also check for a possible metastasis to the liver. No? Okay, clinical kasi ito, PE. So that's why I ask you to palpate the liver. No? Okay. So during follow-up, once you also teach the patient how to do it also. No? So they have to palpate the liver, they have to palpate the clavicle. These are for mga breast cancer patients who have been treated. No? Okay. Okay. So you don't have to do the rectal exam. You don't have to do a rectal examination on the patients with a breast concern, di ba? So hindi siya routine. Okay. You don't have to do the oral examination. So meron lang siyang symptoms, then kaya ako tinatanong kanina, sabi niya pumunta siya sa ORL, di ba, yung first patient, ORL, then OFTA, I'll just check kung anong problema niya, no? Okay. So wala namang something related to the breast, so we put it aside. Okay? Okay? Any questions?
Wala naman po.
Wala na kayong questions? Okay, can I have
Yes
some
po.
feedback? Did you answer the OLETE, my online learning com evaluation test exercise? How many?
Yes po daw.
Ah,
Sorry, Doc. Wait lang po. Nag-dispo lang.
okay na kayo? Ano, what are you waiting for? Ano?
Wala pa po. Nandito pa po kasi yung patient, Doc.
Opo.
Okay.
Would it be okay, sir, if kami na lang po maghatid?
Okay na lang. Sige, ihatid ninyo.
Opo,
Kano?
sir,
Sige, sige, tapusin natin ito para ihatid na ninyo, no? Okay.
okay, sige po, sir.
So, any feedback on on this session? Ano yung ibig sabihin nito?
Very nice. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Would exam again. I love the framework. Very uh, utilitarian. And at the same time, it gives the patient a wide breadth of autonomy so that a shared decision is present in every step.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Any other comment? Sige. Gio.
Um, it's unique po kasi parang first time din po na ganito yung approach to it. So, we don't know if magkakaroon ng another pandemic or we will have teleconsults in the future. So, it's a good experience for us to to do it this way. na different from what we're dun sa nakasanayan namin from the past weeks na puro face-to-face.
Okay. So, but remember the framework, whether pandemic or not, no? Okay. So, pwedeng gamitin, no? Okay. For all types of patients, not only for surgical patients, ha? Lahat, no? Okay. Even the medical patients, no? Okay. Do you agree? It's applicable to all, no?
Yes.
Mayroon na
Yes,
siyang kasama.
yes po, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Serena, anything?
I appreciated na parang it's very concise and yet andun na po lahat sa frame. And you can really see how nagbabago yung diagnosis with when you add the diagnostics and then your results of diagnostics. So I like how you can see how nag-revise yung diagnosis as you go through the framework po.
Okay. Good. Okay. Paul?
Uh, I think it's very efficient po. And parang walang nasasayang na resources since uh, I think one of the things na nasa framework is you have to decide talaga whether you actually need it or not. Like the diagnostic test, for example. So parang I guess and parang kanina rin sa history when we were watching you po interview the patient. The questions were very focused. Instead of kung saan kami nasanay na we go through everything. You just ask for like the most important details, which is uh against parang very new to us since usually parang compete palagi kami mag-PE and stuff. So yeah, yun lang.
Okay. So the connotation of efficiency, kumisan, there was one student who asked, baka matagal, no? What I can tell you, you can finish it within 15 minutes, the whole cycle, no? Just get used to it, no? And then when you do kaya tumatagal lang dito ng konti because I have to input my teaching to you, di ba? Okay. Pero once you're with the patient, you use the process and then you put a medical recording right away. No? Okay. As you write your medical records, you explain things to the patient already. Parang kanina ginagawa ko, no? Okay. So I use the whiteboard, no? Okay, to explain to the patient, no? But in practice, in the clinics, I use the medical records. I have a paper. I usually put a carbon paper, no? And then I give a copy to the patient, the carbon copy. And then at the end of the consultation, if we agree on something, by recommendation, parang yung first patient, I ask them an annual breast specialist exam and then monthly breast self exam, no? So it's on the paper, and then we ask them to sign, no? Okay. So that there's an informed consent already, no? Okay. Aside from testifying that they understood that I explained everything to them, no? They agree on it, no? Okay. If they don't do it, bahala na sila, no? Okay. Okay. Okay, Robbie, anything?
For me naman, sir, parang I appreciate lang din the emphasis on empowering the patients to be more self-conscious than about their health. Kaya I appreciate din na parang there are practical tips on how to teach them in such a way that they really make it a practice na talaga for their own benefit nga po ba. So, yun, parang it's still parang not something that we're very accustomed to, especially since dito nga sa face-to-face, parang since you're overwhelmed by the volume of other patients that you have to see, you really tend to forget nga na meron parang self-monitoring aspect that you need to instill sa patients. So, I appreciate that specifically dito sa session natin.
Yeah, okay. High volume kaya basta 15 minutes okay na 'yon. Ha? That's acceptable, no? 15 minutes, no? Kung 10 minutes baka sabihin ng pasyente, short change mo lang kami, ang bilis-bilis. Di ba? Okay. Okay. Okay, Nadine, the coordinator.
Agree po with the others. And in terms of the approach that we did today, I like how, yun nga po, parang efficient po siya. I also like how we had a discussion on whether we have to do certain procedures or not, especially if it will affect the treatment, because it's very relevant given the demographic of our patients, as well as to preserve overall efficiency in medicine. Kasi that's one thing na hindi masyado tinuturuan. That's something that you have to think of and figure out for yourself as you go along in career. And then for breast cancer and the breast clinic and topic for today, parang it's very, parang what I learned from today is we tend to get kampante whenever there's a biopsy or our test result. Parang, okay, yan na lang yung tignan natin. But it's important to correlate it with the clinical findings and, of course, throughout the consult, explain to the patient because, of course, they might have the results, but they don't know what it means. They don't know what the options might be for them. So it's important to explain it back to the patient, ask for questions, and go back and forth until you're both on the same page about their diagnosis and their treatment.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for all those comments, no? Just remember the patient management, I call it a process, no? You just rely on the process. Yung mga data information, i-process ninyo, no? Okay. So hindi don't stick to the clinical practice guidelines. Kung nakita yung guidelines, ito yung susundan ninyo, no? So yung guidelines naman are just guidelines, no? You still have to change it. You can change it based on the process that you're utilizing, no? And then of course in the end it's still a patient-centered approach, no? You ask the patient what he wants, what she wants, and what she can afford, no? Yung mga based on their mindset, no? Okay. So the clinical practice guidelines, hindi siya talagang dapat sundin lahat, no? You can adjust it a bit, no? Use that as a guide to make some recommendations, but in the end, still the patient who will decide, no? Okay. Okay. So with that, thank you for your attention and your cooperation. No? Can you have a picture before we leave?
Okay, I can take the picture po and send it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.